SBS was good. Back with another video, man. Hey, this one might be one of my most important videos yet because this can literally help everyone, and this could change a couple of lives if it comes across the right person. Back with another semen retention video, man. Using your time wisely on semen retention. Probably the most important thing on retention is using your time wisely, especially as a man. But this goes for everyone. You know, obviously for women it's different, but this can be used for literally anyone. Using your time wisely on semen retention. One, this will save you a lot of headache and heartache. This will save you a lot of wasted potential, and this will literally change your life for the better. It could even allow you to achieve your dreams that you've always wanted, that life that you've always wanted to live. Truth be told, right? As I grow up, I start to realize how valuable time is. Even 1 minute of your time matters a whole lot. You'll see this firsthand, especially if you are somebody that has to wake up and go to work, especially if you're somebody that gets paid per hour. Obviously, 3 minutes can make up a big, if you make up even 3 minutes later than normally you're supposed to, that could make up a big chunk of whether you make it on time or you don't, or whether you feel good mentally to be like, yeah, I can do this shift today or not. I know that's how it is for me when I go to work. Maybe not for you, I won't say that, but I know a lot of people, they operate like that. The truth is the stuff piles up and time moves by quick. I mean, just yesterday, I just started college. Now I'm in my 3rd year, right? Week 3 of my 3rd year in college. Next year, I'm gonna graduate. You feel me? Well, we'll see about that, but for real, that time means everything. Because I already mentioned before, and I don't mean to repeat myself over and over in these videos, but I got a lot of new viewers, and I like to say this message that the one thing about semen retention is it'll give you more energy. And I talk about wasted energy. Time is part of that energy. You got to understand, man, this is how God has created these things to work, and the universe and all of these things. It's like a cycle. When you don't use your time wisely, when you don't actually fulfill your purpose, when you wait too long to actually try to get to your mission, you notice you start to feel unfulfilled. You'll start to have this tight feeling inside you, like, it's gonna feel like you live in a lie, right? The truth is a lot of people, especially men, you'll hear from older men, a lot of them, you'll hear them say, I wish I started earlier, right? As in, I wish I did what I truly wanted to do, or I wish I locked in what I truly wanted to do earlier, and that I just lived my truth, right? That you lived a life that you were supposed to live. The truth is that a lot of people will mess this up, where they'll kind of let expectations that fall on them dictate their entire life, and they'll think, maybe one day this will happen. If I do this, then maybe one day I can do this. The truth is, you have to act now, right? Because if things are going the way you think it's gonna go, or if things are going a certain way now, unless you change it, it's gonna keep getting that way, right? Say for instance, you might have trouble getting girls, but you also, and that's kind of a big complaint that a lot of men have in their lives, that they don't get girls, but they decide not to live their truth and act on that. What ends up happening is they think, okay, I'll do this and maybe one day. You have to stop hoping for that one day, and you got to really act now, right? That's the thing. And you're probably like, man, what that got to do with semen retention though? You got to understand that, I said this before, semen retention gives you the energy. It'll give you the motivation. It'll give you the clarity that you need. It'll help you see that vision that you have been so desperately coveting for a long time, right? If you could just go monk mode for even just 2 months, semen retention, you will start to see why you was put on this earth. If you really do that deep work, get closer to God, do all these things, you will slowly see why you was put on this earth and what really you truly love to do. The thing is I know a lot of people like to, oh, but that's not reality, it's a fantasy. But the thing is I hate when people say, oh, that's not realistic. You got to do this and then you got to do it like this. Nah, man, I don't believe in that, because the thing is we only have a certain amount of time on this earth, right? And it's not about how you do it. It's not about what you do. It's really about how you do it, how you maneuver it, right? Say, for instance, you think that, oh, maybe if I get rich one day, I'll get these girls. The truth is, sometimes it doesn't play out like that. If you do end up getting the money, there's a chance that you might not even get rich, period, because you might be so focused on thinking about what could happen instead of actually acting now and not wasting time. Because the truth is, that time matters. I don't mean to bring up competition, but a lot of times, especially if you're somebody that's trying to get into business, that time that you're wasting, other people are using that wisely. You will get destroyed, right? And I don't mean to sound like one of those dudes that's like those gurus that are like trying to do those fake motivation, tough guy things. No, right? Because I'm starting to change my philosophy on that too. I used to be one of those dudes, oh yeah, prove them all wrong and all of that stuff. That stuff is good to have for a quick amount of time when you're doing a quick task. But for the long term, feelings go up and down, right? The important thing is you have to really live your truth in that present moment, no matter really how you feel, whether your heart hurts or not. I was reading a book earlier by Way of the Superior Man. I mean, it's called Way of the Superior Man, right? And in that book, they talk about the rules and the fundamentals on how you can really embrace your masculine essence and really make yourself truly become free. You understand? It says in one of the principles to stop hoping that you doing some action will eventually lead to this. Or if I do this, this will change, right? Because the thing is I'm not telling you to not work hard. Don't misinterpret what I'm saying, right? Just listen. What I'm really saying is you have to act on that now, right? Whatever you love to do, like a lot of people, the good thing is I'm young and I have a lot of time. You know, a lot of these older folks, they got families. It's, you know, some people say it's too late. I don't believe it's too late for people. It just becomes much harder for people, but I don't believe it's ever too late. It just becomes way harder if you have responsibilities. If you have a family, if you have like already a job that you kind of, maybe you might not want to do, but you kind of got thrown in there, right? A lot of times they'll be like, okay, if I just do this job and then I retire, then this will happen, right? For instance, that's what my parents tried to instill into me. They was like, oh yeah, if you go to college, get a good job, then you can invest in the stock market, then you can buy a house, you know? And I was like, man, I didn't believe it. And honestly, I still don't believe that it's that simple, right? I can do that, but is that really the path that I want to take? You understand what I'm saying? Even though I'm in college now, you know, it's cool, but it's not what I love to do. It's not my passion. I'll be honest with you. It's not like a dream of mine. It's not. I will be honest with you. And that's why, for me, I'm acting on this social media stuff, because this is what I want to do, right? I'm acting on this now. Right? That's why I'm posting more consistently. You know, obviously growing your social media, you can do that, but obviously it's going to take a lot longer for you to actually live good off of it. You got to actually sell something, but we're not going to get to that in this video, right? But listen, right? When you actually just hope for something to come instead of actually using your time wisely and actually like really having a plan and knowing what you're gonna do throughout the day, you know, if you don't really keep that in mind, things can get bad for you. Because